Greetings, humans. I'm Andy.
And I'm George.
And welcome back to the Windmill full of corpses.
Okay. Okay, I shall.
Speak of new words. Do it now.
Okay, so this is Mobius, Mist of Illusions, live in studio. We've checked out Mobius once before with a song that we both knew, so that wasn't that much of a reaction. Now, I know this one, but my brother doesn't, and we look forward to a day when both of us won't know a song from Mobius to react to. But this is Mist of Illusions, which is the closing track from their debut album, The Line, which came out in 2016. But it's a remake, re-recorded this year, I think in September, in a studio called La Forme du Son. And you have to pronounce it like this, son, because it's in French. And that means the shape of sound. So given the style that this band plays, that shape will be fairly irregular.
That reminds me of the shape of color by intervals.
Yeah, that's a cool analogy.
And also a pretty irregular one.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm really curious what you'll think about this. Some aspects specifically, which I know will be up your line. Up your alley, not up your line. Line is the album. It's their line. It's not your line. I think that's all I had to say.
I'm really hyped about this. I mean, I've heard Gala, and I know it's really good, and I know I liked everything from it, and I know from what you told me that the first album is kind of different, and also this is alive, so I'm really, really curious.
Okay, one more thing I want to say. They did 3 recordings in this live performance. There's 2 covers too. One of them is for Sleep Token and It's Out, and the other one is 24 Light Years by Vola. And it will be out at the time when we're recording this, but it might already be out by the time you're watching this. Okay, that's a lot of rambling. Maybe we should go.
So, are you ready?
I am. Are you?
No.
Good. Exactly.
Wow.
Yes. I know that face. I know that face. That's my face usually.
So that intro was fabulous. I don't know what was it first that picked up. I think it was the acoustic guitar, but then you just had this picking up slowly, bit by bit. First, I don't know. First, I think there were more layers of guitar coming in. Then the bass came in. Then some grooves came in. No, piano was what started.
Exactly. First you had piano, then guitar, and then vocals started eyeing on top.
What I really liked before vocals actually was when these string sections kind of started peering through. It was, do you know how you have in some concerts or in some videos this effect kind of when the band climbs on stage and you have these lights behind the stage kind of peering through and then they look like black silhouettes? That's, if those strings were an image, that would be the image.
Yeah, it's like lighting up.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And then it just landed.
Yeah,
like,
my god.
That riff was so nasty.
Yeah, it still never fails to surprise me how a band can be so like classy and elegant while make the most disgusting imaginable faces, you know?
It's like there are bands that do sniffy faces, and then there are bands who get such sniffy riffs that they don't need to do sniffy faces because you overcompensate for them.
Yeah.
And that gets us to the vocals, which are absolutely not sniffy.
Yes!
Oh my god, she's so good!
I think not sniffy is probably the first time. It's probably the first time anybody has used that word to describe vocals. But I agree, it's not sniffy.
Well,
and it's a little different.
Sniffy if you're like in a garden of roses with cinnamon flavor on the side.
I guess it's different than from what it was like on the album because she's doing a lot more of all of her like new fancy techniques that she's learned in the meantime with Kala. So this actually kind of sounds somewhere in between the albums, and the lyrics are a little changed too.
Really?
So it's basically a new song, like they do every time they do a remake.
Well, it's actually been a long time since I actually heard a song from Mobius that I hadn't heard before. So doing this reaction is really, really, really refreshing.
We go. You're not ready. want you to headbang with me.
You make me wanna sing, you make me wanna hear things that I won't ever feel again. You expect me to scream, or ask me to tell things, but the silence lets me astray. If you say I am alone, it's just I live behind a wall. But the silence in me, the silence lets me astray. 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 Silence lets me astray. Silence in me.
Bro!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No.
It actually happened.
No.
Yes.
No. No. Hell no. No. No.
Yes! Can you do speech?
Maybe. Can't vouch on the coherence of it. Oh my god, that was amazing. Disclaimer, it's fangirling time.
Oh, okay.
I really loved Kala. I really loved everything from Kala. It was genty, it was ethnic, it was unique, it was heavy, it was elegant, it was emotional, it was all that stuff.
Yeah.
What it wasn't was so nasty that it's gonna tear a hole in the ground, and what it wasn't is properly symphonic.
Exactly. So the first one was a lot more symphonic. I felt that way too. It was a bit underproduced because they were rookies, which is why this is, I think, so relevant, because it kind of brings it to a full potential. Yes, we do want a re-recording of the full album. Please make it happen.
Videos for the whole thing.
Okay.
We'll pay. We don't know what, because we don't have anything, but we'll pay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm curious what you thought about the drumming.
Okay, so it's got a lot of the kind of same style that they have on Kala, like mainly on Bati or Abini Vesha, like the more dynamic song. It's got that same groove style with metal elements, but also all these clicky stuff happening in between, and like that really trippy effect. But it's interlaced with a lot more like clear 0-1 gent stuff that go along with the guitars really well, and with the proper breakdown kind of stuff. I think that's what you were talking about when you said it has elements that would be my thing.
Yeah, and specifically the sort of transitions.
Yeah. So
okay,
the drummer was absolutely mad. The guitar solos, it was two of them, I think.
Well, it was first a keyboard solo, then a guitar solo, and then both. Which is kind of a cliche, sort of neoclassical, old school thing to do. But I don't know, they brought new life to it.
It didn't feel cliche, because first of all, what I expected was that once the solo section started, it was going to be a solo section. You know, like the Dream Theater start tearing it apart and they just go solos.
Yeah.
But what they did was they had one solo, then they had another vocal part, and then the second solos kicked. And that was twice bamboozleism, because once the solo started, I thought they're doing solos, and I actually expected there would be more solos from more band members, and after just one solo, the vocals came in, so that was bamboozleism on one, and then I thought solos are over, and then solos started again.
Yeah.
So, really cool dynamics, and I don't know, there's just so many really different parts to it, like the piano and the vocals and the string sections. They're like so tender and almost like immersive and meditational, and then like some parts on the guitars and the drums are all genty and technical and mechanical, and then you just got the heft going on, and it's like at any point you will probably have two of these dimensions going on, and then one of them switches and another one comes along. Rarely both of them at the same time, which is why kind of it feels so cohesive as it's moving forward. And I just also like just how it picks up volume as it
Yeah.
goes towards the end, and then it's got kind of that, like, the way it ended was just, like, legendary.
Glorious, kind of,
Yeah.
sort of grand stuff. Yeah. It's, you kind of said it all, man. And that was kind of the point because I knew it. I do want to point out one more thing, which was this kind of transition that they had before, like this dip in front of the end, that was kind of like a jazzy sort of influence. I don't know if you caught that. And then it just kind of landed into that atmospheric bit. And I felt that was just the extra touch of fancy, pretentious musical things to add in there to make sure everyone knows you're playing prog, even people who don't know what prog is.
Yeah,
So-
it's like when you hear you've never heard prog before, you don't know it exists, you don't know it's a thing, you're hearing this song, then the word just shows up in your head, and then you're like, I'm gonna Google that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I just have a hunch that prog is a thing, and I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah. And then there's the vocals, man, which is like, it's so weird because it's nothing like what 000 genty bands do, you know?
Yeah.
Born of Osiris or Periphery or all that sort of stuff. It's everything that vocals in this style shouldn't be.
Yeah, but it works even better than what should. Because, like,
Yeah.
as of all, if I just think genty bands, and then I think specifically vocals, there isn't a band that comes to mind that has better vocals. From a perspective of fitting them against music, and from a perspective of just the vocal performance itself, because it's so unique and so, like, nothing you'd see coming, but also just so beautiful. And what I like about the vocals in this one, more than Kala, is it seems more... Kala is more internal, kind of.
Yeah.
Me with myself. And this feels more theatrical and dramatic and almost, dare I say, confrontational.
Dude, that's also the change in concept. This is a confrontational album. It's very much kind of relationship with people oriented.
Really?
Yeah, and it's completely different from what Kala is because that's introspective. So, seeing this kind of stuff shows me the expressive value of this band and of her as a singer. Because you convey that without the lyrics. I mean, did you catch the lyrics?
Not very much.
Yeah, so, but that comes through, and it's also why it's got such an energy that, okay, we've been rambling. Oh, I can tell none of us talk to a lot of people these days.
Yeah, okay, so if you enjoyed this reaction, we really appreciate the likes and shares, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon.
See ya.